Hey Poke fans, I'm back with a long-awaited sequel to last summer's video on the variations in Topps Pokemon cards. And in today's video, I want to do three things. One is that I want to update you on the variations and let you in on what I've learned since last summer. Number two, I want to use a different storage system, yes, again. And number three, I want to introduce you to the Topps Pokemon vending stickers and what I've discovered about them in collecting them. I just got into Topps cards really last year, in the last 2 years, and then in this past year I've really gotten into the vending stickers. So you've seen the stickers for TCG, but they also made them for the Topps cards. So we're not going to be going over these, we're going to be going over the Topps vending stickers. So first of all, I want to go over the new system I want to use. If you watched last year's video, you know that I wanted a new system because I had only 3 Charizards here and I found that there were a whole bunch more. And so I switched to this 9-pocket system where I put the cards here and then there were more variations, so then I put them back here. But what was worrying me about that was that the cards were back to back, and I was worried about humidity or moisture damage like this Charizard got here. See, this Charizard, this is actually not damage to this card. This is the paper from another card that was stored on top of this Charizard. Then some moisture got in there, and when the cards were peeled apart, this is the paper from that other card that got stuck here on Charizard. So one of these days I want to take a steamer to this and see if I can clean it up. But this is what I'm worried about. Because right now the cards are back to back, right? And this is the card that's on the back of that one. I'm worried that moisture will get in there and they'll stick and I'll have this issue. So what I decided to do was to pull them out again of the 9 pockets, and I'm going to put them in 2 separate 9 pockets, and I'm going to demonstrate that and review the variations using my Zubats. The Zubats are the cards that I am furthest along in my collection with. Believe it or not, it's this piddly little Zubat, but that's okay. I only need 1 more variation and then my collection of Topps Zubats will be complete, except for the stickers, which I'm going to get into in a little bit. So just a quick review, there are various printings of these cards. The first printing, you can tell it's a first printing because of this blue logo at the back. And I'm not going to go back to the back-to-back system. I'm going to put them in their own slots. So then the second printing was this black logo. So this is a black logo, second printing card. It's the same card, just a different color logo, yeah? And then the third printing was this green logo. So this is the way I'm storing my cards. I'm trying to sort of store them in order, kind of. And then the fourth printing was this pink logo, which they refer to as a red logo. They call those red logos. So those are the 4 basic printings. And then along with the first printing, you can tell because it has the blue logo, was this smooth foil treatment, this smooth Zubat. And there was also this holographic Zubat. You can see that's very different from the smooth one. It makes this rainbow effect. And this came also in the first printing, so this guy also has the blue logo. And then we get to the second printing, and they started debossing. Second, third, and fourth printing, these were all debossed, but you can no longer tell the difference by the logo. All the logos were black. The way you could tell the difference was the debossing treatment. So the debossing is this sort of raised texture, and the second printing had these smooth plain foil, but these raised sun rays. Then the third printing, smooth foil, but these raised little flames or teardrops or raindrops. I think they're little flames. And then the fourth printing had the debossing with the smooth foil and Pokeballs. And so from there, I started getting into, so that fills up 1 9 pocket, right? And rather than go back to back, I'm going to go ahead and start filling up another 9 pocket. So then I went into the Topps Chrome. For those of you unfamiliar with the Chrome, it's a thicker, shinier, really, really nice card. So this was the basic Topps Chrome Zubat. And then There was a variation on that which is called the Spectrachrome, and this is the same card, but when you move it around you can see that there's a little bit of a rainbow. There's a rainbow effect. It depends on the card. Some cards do it better than others, and my lighting's not the greatest, but you can also tell it's a Spectra card because it says Spectrachrome. So sometimes you go on eBay and people will label things as Sparkle Chrome or Spectrachrome, and they're just a regular chrome. You can always tell by looking at the back of the card. And then this was the next variation. This was the glitter chrome, and that speaks for itself. A gorgeous, gorgeous card, really eye appealing, and it says Sparkle Chrome. And then the last variation in the chrome cards was the Technochrome with this kind of prism holographic grid pattern. And this is the rarest. This and the Sparkle Chrome are the rarest. And it says Technochrome on the back, spelled with a K. So then at the end of last summer's video, I found a card like this, and I said, what in the world is this thing? It has the debossed rays. You can see the rays. Sorry, a little bit of a focus issue. It has the debossed rays, but it also has the rainbow effect. And if you remember, these were two separate cards before. There was one card with the rainbow, one card with the rays. This card is a combination of that. It's got the rays and the rainbow. So I realized that there are other cards out there, and since then, and at the end of the last video I asked, I wonder if they did that with other cards. Yes, they did. They did it with all the different debossing treatments. So there's actually a debossed rays version in the holographic. There is a debossed flames version with the holographic, which I don't have. That's the one card that I still need. I told you I still need one Zubat, right? That's the one that I need. I need the holographic one with the debossed flames. And then this one is the holographic card with the debossed Pokeballs. So my collection of Zubats is almost complete. Just need that one card. And then I get into these things. Okay, so these things are stickers. They're vending stickers. You'd put a quarter or 50 cents in the vending machine at your local ice cream shop, and it would spit out one of these stickers. And so I thought, well, these are cool because I can fill up these last couple of slots, right? So I got a Zubat, I put it in there. I got a Zubat, I put it in there, and then I got another Zubat. And here's the problem. They all have different treatments. So I'm right back where I started last summer with trying to collect these Topps design cards, but in sticker form, and there are a whole bunch of different versions. So today I wanted to go over the different versions with you. You already kind of saw it here in these Zubats. I'm going to put my Zubats aside. But I found 9 different versions-ish that I want to talk about. And then tell you about some variations on those. So buckle your seatbelts because here we go. So one of the first variations I found was this thing that I'm calling Techno because it looks a lot like that Technochrome pattern. And then there's this guy that has, and if you're wondering what's on the back, it looks just like the back of a regular card. These cards are, the way you can tell they're stickers is they feel like stickers. They feel like vinyl-y, and they're real flexible and slippery. And their corners are rounded versus a regular card. Let me pull out a card here. Versus a regular card that has square corners. And they're also just a little bit smaller. They don't fit in the sleeve quite the same way. So you can see it's a little bit smaller. So this is what I'm calling this a small Techno, and I'll show you why in just a sec. And then there's this pattern, which I'm calling Confetti, but it looks a lot like that cracked ice hollow treatment on the TCG promo cards. They would use that cracked ice hollow. I call it Confetti. And then there's this thing. I'm just calling it Disco. It has so much going on. It has so many different treatments to it. See, it's got this kind of round thing. It's got these rays coming down. So I'm just calling it Disco. By the way, these are called prism stickers. They look holographic for sure, but they're technically prism stickers. And then there's this one I'm calling Fireworks. for obvious reasons. This little Diglett and fireworks. And then there's this guy I'm calling Tiny Boxes. For these are just names I made up. I don't know. There must be a real name for it in the industry. I looked. I did a quick Google search. I couldn't find too much about Prism stickers, so I'm just making up my own names. And then there's this one called, I'm calling it Stars because it has stars. And then there's this one that I'm calling Herringbone. And so there's also another one called Techno Large. And between all of them, I found 9 different variations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're missing the Techno Large. And then we're missing one I'm also calling Plain. So I don't have the plain card here, but I have a Bulbasaur that's just plain. There's no holographic treatment. There's no prism treatment. It's just plain, but it looks like these. So that's the only card I have that's plain. I don't know if it's a thing. All of these other ones I have multiples of, so I know that these exist. That one Bulbasaur I have that's just plain with no holographic or prism treatment, but it is a sticker. It has the rounded corners. I don't know what it is. I hope it's not one of a whole nother set of stickers that I have to get. So including the plain one and including the large Techno that I haven't gone over yet, I found 9 variations of the stickers. So this is the herringbone, right? And just like last year, I'm like, okay, 9 variations. But then here's another herringbone. And the difference between this herringbone and the herringbone on the right and the herringbone on the left is I call this one psychedelic herringbone. It's got sort of a tie-dye, it looks like a tie-dye background to me that the other cards didn't have. If you look at the other cards, especially like this Meowth, it has the same background as the original Topps card, right? But then there's this one that I'm calling psychedelic that has this tie-dye background. And I found that in the herringbone. I found it in the tiny boxes. And I found it in the stars. So, are there 9 more cards, variations with the psychedelic backgrounds? Which means there are 18 variations in the stickers. Are there sticker patterns I haven't found yet? I don't know. This is all I know from the collecting I've been doing this year. And I've bought a lot, and these suckers are expensive to buy, but you know, we got to catch them all, right? So if that's not enough, if you haven't tuned out by now, I want to blow your mind with one more thing. And that is, yep, mini stickers. Okay, so I actually ordered these by accident, thinking that they were the regular size stickers, and I'm thinking, wow, this is a pretty good price for all these stickers, right? They come in and they're mini stickers. So I have the 9 patterns on the regular Prism stickers, and now I'm thinking I've got to get the 9 patterns on the psychedelic backgrounds, and then mini stickers. And in the mini stickers so far, I've only found 2 different treatments. One on this war turtle, and actually this is the only one I have this way. It's really glittery. I mean, it just looks like glitter. So I think it's sort of a version of the sparkle. I don't know why I can't get that to focus there. Okay, so it's kind of the mini version of the sparkle chrome, I think, because it's just sparkly. And then the other one that I found is this one that I think is the mini version of the Technochrome, because it comes out in sort of a grid pattern. So I promised to show you the difference between large Technochrome and small Technochrome, and then I'm going to wrap it up for today. But I wanted to show you that difference. And by the way, let's just admire it. I've got the herringbone and the psychedelic pattern of this Charizard sticker. Everyone love it? I love it. Sorry if I'm gloating. Okay, so then this is the small Technochrome in the Charizard sticker, and I have Bubble Angel 12 from eBay to thank for this. I bought a whole bunch of stickers from her from Canada. It was quite the saga getting them over here, but I have them now, and aren't they beautiful? I just love them. So anyway, this is the small, sorry, I get carried away with Pokemon, yeah? So this is the small Technochrome. You've seen this before. I shared it with you in the other stickers. Then there's this one, this thing that I'm calling the large Technochrome. So it's got that same grid pattern. It's a little more pixelated looking, a lot more 3D as far as the action on it. So it's still the grid, but it is much larger. And I believe this is the only card I have. And I got it from Bubble Angel 12. And it has the large Techno grid on it. I thought I was getting two of the same card, but they're actually two different cards. So that's it. That's my story today of the reorganization of my Topps cards once again. Quick recap of the variations. And, oh, speaking of the recap of the variations, I didn't go over the, I don't see them. So I'll save them for next time. But Ragnarok 2002, he had talked about the UK versions. And the difference in the UK version cards is that back here, where this stuff is in red, the UK version cards, it's in black. So I'll do another video on the foreign cards one day. But if you add in Ragnarok's 2 suggestions, then that really fills up both of the 9 pockets. That's all of the American cards and then the 2 UK cards. The regular card and the plain foil card, both of them with black writing here instead of the red writing which we have in America. Okay, so that's it. Variations, new system, Pokemon stickers. Do not get into the Pokemon stickers. Number 1, you're going to be competition for me as I'm trying to win them for cheap. Number 2, they will drive you crazy. Talk about Golbat and Zubat, they will drive you batty. But if you're interested, I made this video for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, Poke fans, catch 'em all.